Am I wrong for wanting to divorce my husband because he added pee to my food? Okay, so I don't know if I'm losing it or what, but I, 32 female, been married to my husband, 36 male, for 4 years, and I don't know who the F I married anymore. So he's always had this weird fetish. He told me about where he wanted to pee on my face, and I was like, no, just no, never been into that. He asked a few times, I always shut it down, and he never pushed it, so I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. Few months ago, I started noticing my food tasting weird. Not like bad, like rotten, but just off. Like my overnight oats, my yoga rolls, sometimes my brewed coffee. I thought maybe the fridge was messing up, but everything else was fine. I threw out so much stuff thinking it was spoiled, but then I kept happening. But here's the thing, I never got sick. No stomach ache, no nothing. So I started thinking maybe he was like poisoning me slowly, or I don't know, trying to drug me or something. But it wasn't even making me sick, so it made no sense. I was just stressed. I also, like, why would he drug me? He's always so loving. It wasn't making any sense. Told my friend about it, and she was like, you need to buy a camera on your fridge just in case, because it's just him and I living alone. Only other person coming over is our mom sometimes. So I did put the camera because I was losing it. Got a tiny one from Amazon, set it up, waited. This man, my husband, peeing in my overnight oats and my brewed coffee, took the lid off, peed, put the lid back, shook it, put it back in the fridge like nothing happened. I thought I was going to throw it up right there. I lost it. I went full psycho. I broke his PS5, his TV, threw his clothes outside in the snow, messed up his shoes, everything. He came home and I just screamed at him. He started crying, begging, saying it was his fetish and he thought it was the way to do without me knowing. Like, what the F? Like, does he think that makes it better? He said he will go to therapy. We can put cameras all over the house. He will never do it again. Saying we took vows and we worked. What? Oh my God, what do you mean? He said we took vows and we have to work through this. Like, I mean, he's acting like he just did a little silly, goofy thing. He literally is peeing in this woman's food. Pee. That's disgusting. Saw these people on TikTok advice asking on Reddit, so here I am needing that outside perspective. I'm at my friend's place right now. I haven't told anyone. I don't know what to do. He's blowing up my phone saying I'm ruining our marriage over this mistake. But like, this ain't a mistake. Anyways, this is vile, and I can't look at him the same. Am I the a-hole for wanting to divorce, or should I try to forgive him because I just want to vomit forever? I mean, if someone can go to jail for something like this, I would definitely report him to the police because why are you peeing in my food? If you have some nasty, kinky fetish, then go take it somewhere where someone else is going to consent to it. Peeing in someone's food, that could literally cause illness. That's disgusting. A commenter said, this is disgusting, leave him and go to the cops and press assault charges because that's what this is, assault, not the a-hole. Then OP replied saying, thanks girl or guy, whoever you are, because this is so wild, I can't even. It's just sad. I waited long to get married just to end up with this weirdo. I need a deep cleanse now. She needs a deep cleanse in her entire house. I don't know. I would have just moved different apartment. Throw away everything. I don't even want, because what else was he peeing on? Was he peeing in the milk? And plus, like, pee has such a weird stench to it. How does she not smell it at least? And it's yellow too for the most part. Wasn't things changing colors? Like, I'm so confused. Am I wrong for not letting my friends use my backyard for their wedding because they do not want me to bring a plus one? Here's the situation. Last summer, I bought my grandparents' house. This house was the hangout spot for my friends and I throughout our childhood. This includes my friend David. Well, I think it's Dave. Yeah, Dave. The house has a sizable amount of land, which includes a lake and a gazebo. I was supposed to buy the house with my now ex-girlfriend, Leslie, but going through the process of getting approved to buy, I found out she has massive amounts of credit card and personal debt she hid from me throughout our 4 years together. I decided to break up as a result. That was about 6 months ago. I met Leslie because Dave's long-term girlfriend, Kim, is Leslie's cousin. Dave and Kim are engaged and set to get married in April. When I was buying the house, they asked if they could have the ceremony at the gazebo, which I agreed to do in December. I started dating again. Leslie has not taken this well at all. She thinks we're going to get back together and has tried multiple times to make that happen. I have told her in no uncertain terms that this is happening. Dave and Kim have asked me not to bring a plus one to the wedding for Leslie's sake. I have told him that this request is ridiculous. This wedding is happening at my house using my land, and I am not allowed to bring a date because of a crazy ex. If that's the case, then they need to find a new venue for the wedding. They are pissed about this given the short time frame of when the wedding is supposed to happen. So we are at an impasse. Am I the a-hole? I mean, how are you gonna tell somebody who they can and can't bring to a wedding as a plus one? Plus, like, they're not dating, they're not together, he moved on. If anything, I hate when people enable people's craziness. Like, you shouldn't be enabling someone's psychotic behavior just because they're your family members or they're your friends. I would tell Leslie, like, hey, this man is not with you. Find somebody else and move on. Like, why are you acting like a stalker and a weirdo? Plus, like, if someone wanted to play cutesy games like this, I would just say, no, go find somewhere else to, do your little wedding at. Because how the hell are you going to tell me who I can and can't bring to my own house? People have the sheer audacity. Top comment, pull an Uno reverse. Tell them Leslie isn't allowed on your property and watch their heads explode. Then OP replied, that petty part of me did absolutely consider saying, and I quote, well, Leslie cannot come to my house or on my land, so it shouldn't be a problem. Quote, exactly, like, I would just say Leslie's not allowed. Like, OP is definitely right. At this point, it's giving stalker and a creep. Why are you, so obsessed with something? I understand. Personally, me, if I was to break up with anybody, I would never, act crazy over them because my ego is way too high. Imagine someone thinking that I'm that crazy about them. Please, let's not do too much. Okay, so update. It's a bit long, so buckle up. Update. So I met with Dave this morning. We talked for almost 2 hours about everything. I laid it out that I thought he was at best a bad friend. I went through a long history of various things over the years that has me question our friendship. That was the bulk of our conversation. We then turned to the breakup with Leslie. Throughout the last 6 months, despite Leslie's craziness, I have bent over backwards to try and accommodate her feelings. She has shown up to my house in the middle of the night. I did not go for a restraining order. When I go out, I do not go to places I know that her and her family like to go. She has implied to her family and mutual friends at various times that I cheated or I took advantage of her financially, neither of which is true at all. I have held my tongue to not embarrass her about these things in front of her friends and family. Dave knows all that and yet is demanding once again that I put Leslie's feelings before my own. I said, you and everyone need to stop calling her like she's the effing child. Dave concedes that Leslie has been crazy and ridiculous since the breakup, but he says she feels she did not get closure after the relationship. She wants to have an evening where she can talk to you to get the closure. He also told me that Leslie has been very vigilant about paying off her debt and paid almost $10,000 off the credit card debt. She wants to talk to me about her progress to see if that might cause me to change my mind. It will not. I asked him, so do you expect me to go to the wedding and talk to her? Because I have her blocked everywhere. And date or not, I do not plan to say a single mumbling word to her. He said, I fully expect she would lose it if y'all do not talk at the wedding. I told him, if that's the case, then for the good of my property, I can't have Leslie come. If she's unstable that I need to be coerced into a conversation with her, she's too unsafe to be a guest in my capacity in my home. So I have told him, based on what he has told me, Leslie cannot come to my house or my land. I am willing to still have the wedding in my place, but I cannot trust Leslie won't do something given that what you are telling me. Dave lost at this point. He said, F you and your, I don't need it. So I said, then the wedding's off. He left. So that is the state of things. Why is he so bent over defending Leslie over his damn wedding? Like, I don't know, this, what is going on? I know this is his girl's cousin, but at the end of the day, why is he so, Leslie, please be quiet. This is annoying me. Then someone said, hot take, Dave is 100% sleeping with Leslie on the side. This is why he's so vehemently defending her and catering to what she wants and needs. And then OP said, guarantee you that Dave is simply doing what Kim wants him to do. That he's sleeping with her. I have no reason to suspect that based on his behavior and her behavior. I have no idea why he would want me to get back with her if that was what was going on. Exactly, why would he? I don't know. This is stressing me out. What do you guys think?